Welcome to Facebook Live, everybody. Janet Harvey here, and this is the Be the Cause of Life on Purpose. As you can see today, our word is to be the cause of beauty. I hope in this moment that you sit back and give yourself a hug or a breath or a minute to stretch, something to help you separate from whatever you've been doing as maybe good head work today, or engaged highly in your efforts at work or with your family, wherever you might be. And remember that every moment is filled with beauty. I like this word in particular because I know that I spent a great deal of my life, obviously I have a birthmark on my face, and I spent a great deal of my life with people thinking that that meant I wasn't beautiful. And of course, I think younger in my life, like in my teenage years, that was kind of tough to swallow. And then somewhere in my young adulthood, I realized, well, hang on a second, beauty's on the inside, not on the outside. And over the years, I've come to explore this subject a great deal. And if I'm going to be the cause of life on purpose, this was definitely one of those things that I needed to come to terms with and find my own way down the road. And I had this amazing experience at the airport last week when I was flying, I think from Salt Lake City to Fort Worth, Texas. And I walked up to the clear line, and the gentleman who was helping me touched my shoulder for a moment, and he looked at me and he said, is that a birthmark? And I said, yes, it is. And he said, it's beautiful. And it had been a long time since I'd heard anybody actually say that, besides my husband, of course. And what really struck me was that his way of seeing beauty was so much more than just the visual image of something. I actually think what he got was my energy, because I do kind of walk around a lot with a smile on my face, and I notice that even when I walk down the street, strangers will smile back at me. And I think that's because beauty is definitely an inside-out process. Even the hundreds of millions of dollars that get spent in the beauty industry today in order to provide people with a way to express beauty exteriorly. And the most beautifully applied makeup will not be beautiful if one's heart isn't actually in alignment with the expression we're wanting to have. And we can, of course, have beautiful art that doesn't move us. And so I think there's something quite important for each of us to find what's our truth about beauty. And if we move it out of the personal to the self, what is beauty around us in nature? What is beauty around us in families? And the beauty of seeing love, love of the grandparents married for 70 years, like the Jimmy and Rosalie Carter, who are about to celebrate their 70th wedding anniversary. And what about the new love of twin girls born for a couple as their first experience of being parents, or the beauty that is shown when we're watching a ballet or an orchestra play magnificently. Beauty comes to us as a descriptor of the experience of our lives. And frankly, every single experience has beauty in it. So for today, my suggestion as a practice is every time you're noticing yourself, perhaps a moment of reflection or something's caught your attention, ask yourself the question, do I see this as beauty? One of my very favorite teachers, a man by the name of Brew Joy, once said to me that the most enlivening thing that we can do is to remember to walk in beauty. And I've always found that a really useful mantra in those days when I'm feeling super frustrated, or I feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, or I've just completed a really difficult conversation that didn't go the way I wanted it to. It's very useful to have a moment to breathe and say, let me walk in beauty, and find the balance, because any one circumstance or situation is simply that. So may you walk in beauty, may you be the cause of beauty around you, and have some fun exploring all the many ways that it shows up in your life. Until tomorrow, this is Be the Cause of Life on Purpose.